and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's a picturesque afternoon for football in the Northeast, and EA Sports comes to you from MetLife Stadium, just across the Hudson River from New York City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Reeves. He's got a man. Complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Reeves. Ertz over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Now it's Richardson. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. The stop there on 3rd, they could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Gibson.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. Here's Richardson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's third and goal. Looking to throw. Reeves. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. They'll run forward with a fullback, Sherman.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that lost the game. This seems pretty important. Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
On 4th down, Michael Pilardi on to punt.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
Richardson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Reeves.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He will find Winslow. That's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On first down, Reeves. This one caught by Winslow. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete to Winslow.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Reeves. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, Richardson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
As they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run again with Richardson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there.
His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They're trying to get back on track. They had the loss last week to the Dallas Cowboys. The good news, they've got the lead right now. On 1st and 10, Reeves going down the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. His second touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield to throw it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And he'll take it just outside the 40. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Jahan Dotson of the Commanders set to take over. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Four sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they got to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Giants ready to come out now.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He dumps it off to Barkley.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Throwing right, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Mayfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On now the former Vol, Michael Pilardi. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Richardson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Washington on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. And that is caught. It's Winslow. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground, here's Richardson again. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Barnes. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 18. 11 yards for number 11.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. To throw on 2nd down, Barnes.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete.
And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
It was the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
They'll try and run it in. It's Richardson.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
They run with Richardson, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The New York set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Being chased out left.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Mayfield looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Mayfield off the play fake.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Open man, he's got him. It's Toney for a Giant touchdown. Kadarius Toney,
29 yards.
And the Giants are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Barnes. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Barnes.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Back to throw. Barnes. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. A first down carry for Barkley.
Pat Surtain up to make the play. Running again with Barkley on second down.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On third down, Mayfield.
He completes this to Cole Turner.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping they could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They start on the ground. It's Richardson. And he's got some space here. And now the rookie's free. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
130 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And oh, he coughed it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Be aggressive.
Be aggressive. Take your shot right here.
Following the fumble recovery, Barnes. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Barnes. And he fires one incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Barnes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for New York. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
On the handoff, they start with Richardson.
131 yards rushing for the now as this sensational afternoon continues.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Barnes. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On first down, it's Richardson.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnes, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. They'll go to Barkley again.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Now Mayfield. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Throwing to start the drive. Barnes. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Richardson.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
From the gun on third down, Barnes. And Winslow brings it in over the middle.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. On second down, It's Richardson.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down in bounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. Richardson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down now, it's Richardson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Richardson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for New York. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to start the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Richardson. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. They'll keep it on the ground. Richardson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
37-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Richardson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Richardson, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Up the middle they go. It's Richardson, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down now. It's Richardson, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Richardson, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Now out come the Giants. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Well, this game, it was well in hand early, never really in doubt. Charles, you and I do so many games together. There's so much parity in the NFL, a lot of close battles. This was not one. Tip your cap to them for a really impressive effort.
Yeah, and you know, as the game went on, I think the defense kind of got together and said, you see our guys on offense, they're just putting up point after point. We need to leave our mark somehow, too, and they did it, pitching a second-half shutout.
So for Washington,
they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles.